Welcome back. Investors' concerns over a possible trade war rocking Wall Street today and yesterday. Futures currently indicating a decline at the start of trading of 160 points. That's 2/3 of 1%. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 also down 1% and 0.5%. This coming after a sharp sell-off yesterday. The Dow was down better than 700 points yesterday. That was the biggest one-day percentage decline since early February. Joining us right now to weigh in is the chief investment strategist for CFRA Research, Sam Stovall. Sam, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, happy to be here.
Well, you're talking about a backdrop, which is pretty positive. How do you see these markets here?
Well, this is that correction that people have been talking about. And actually, I believe that it's more of the retest of the correction that had bottomed in February 8th. Maybe we go and we touch the rising 200-day moving average, which is around 25.85. So there's probably further downside to go. But at the same time, I remind investors that we're down less than 8% from the January 26th high. And so therefore, the numbers look large, but on a percentage basis, it's actually a run-of-the-mill kind of decline.
So you're not as worried. Gary B., you just said the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm optimistic. Here's the only, not the only, maybe one of the flies in the ointment. The FANG stocks have pretty much been leading, carrying the market on their shoulders. We've seen a little bit of, correction in those.
Or a lot, 10% down on Facebook. Facebook's down 10% this week.
What are the future? Yeah, what's the future of those stocks, do you think?
Well, I still think that the future looks pretty good. We actually, our technology sector group head, Scott Kessler, upgraded Facebook to a strong buy, feeling that this is being overdone and that there is more opportunity there. If you look to those groups that are trading above their 10-week, 50-day moving averages, still you do have the internet stocks above that moving average. So Netflix, looking at Amazon, are still doing relatively well.
What's the next FANG? I think everyone wants to know, what's the next FANG stock? We got those. What's going to be the next one? That's what we want to buy, right?
The Ciscos of the world are not trading the way Facebook is in terms of valuation. So I'm just saying it's a much lower.
And also the semiconductor equipment, application software, those groups are trading above their 50-day moving averages.
What I want to know what is going to be, we're going to look back 5 years from now, oh, I wish I had bought that stock, the next Amazon or Netflix.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to do this research ahead of time.
Gary, if he knew the answer, he wouldn't take it.
We all want that answer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I thought maybe we could get something out of it.
So you, on the near term, you're expecting further declines. But longer term, it sounds like you're still pretty bullish on this market.
Yes, I do. I don't think Trump wants to go down as the next Republican president to initiate a recession, even though every single one since Teddy Roosevelt had one occur in their first 2 years in office.
Right.
So I don't think he wants to continue that tradition.
So does the trade spat here end quickly?
I think that similar to what we've seen with the tariffs on aluminum and steel that were broad-based to begin with, now we have special exemptions for our favorable trading partners. I think that this still looks like it's more of a negotiation ploy that could then be softened as we move forward.
But coming from a businessman, that's a wrench into people who do business in this country, who use steel and aluminum, because they're sitting around the last several weeks going, how much is my steel going to cost? I source it from these countries. Are they going to be exempt? Calling people on the phone going, can you give us some clarity on this? And it's still not that clear.
Well, you're going to see a real-life example in a couple of minutes, because I was chatting with your next guest in the green room, and he has challenges because of that.
Well, thank you for that tease. We really appreciate that.